Hello folks, and welcome to Unit 2. In Unit 1, we had a look at some of the basic ideas that are associated with sustainability, such as the 3 pillars, the various definitions, and some of the frameworks that are used to describe sustainability. Here, in Unit 2, we're going to focus on one particular framework, which has gained a lot of traction since it was conceived in 2015, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs as they are also known. The SDG framework is at the heart of the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which was adopted by all 193 members of the United Nations in 2015. The SDGs have been described as an urgent call for action by all countries, developed and developing, in a global partnership. They recognize that ending poverty and other deprivations must go hand in hand with strategies that improve health and education, reduce inequality, and spur economic growth, all the while tackling climate change and working to preserve our environment, our oceans and our forests. The SDGs consist of 17 goals, and they are both ambitious and wide-ranging. I'm sure that all of you have come across them in your day-to-day lives, as they're now featured quite regularly in the news and are common features of sustainability reporting. Indeed, many organizations in some countries have adopted the SDGs as a framework or a reference point on which to review their own sustainability performance. Are you in an organization that refers to the SDGs as part of their sustainability program or strategy? If you are, would you please mention this in the post that you will see now on your screen? You don't have to name your organization, but you can mention what type of organization it is, what kind of work it does, and what linkages there are to the SDGs. In this unit, there are 4 blocks, and each one looks at a different aspect of the SDGs. In this block, we will take a short look at what they are and what they aspire to. We will look at some TED Talks and a number of other videos that provide interesting insights into what the SDGs are. We will also look at the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal website, which we will refer to many times in this program going forward. In the next block, we will take a look at their history and how they came to be developed and form part of the United Nations Agenda for Sustainable Development. To help us here, we will look at some material from the SDG Academy. The SDG Academy is a website which you can log on to or link into, and the SDG Academy is hosted by the Sustainable Development Solutions Network Association, which is a global initiative for the United Nations, and it was launched in 2016. The Academy hosts many training and education programs, and they're all focused on sustainability and the SDGs. The material that we will be reviewing will be presented by Professor Jeffrey Sachs, who is an economist and leading academic based in Columbia University. Professor Sachs has been involved in sustainable development for many years and is particularly well placed to provide us with an overview of the development of the goals. If you haven't heard of Jeffrey Sachs, I suggest that you Google him and look him up. He has been very influential in global economics over the last 2 or 3 decades. In Block 3, we will then take a look at how the Sustainable Development Goals are measured and some of the data and information that you can get in relation to countries' performance and how they are doing when you measure them against the SDGs. We will also take a look at some of the tools that are available to monitor progress, as well as some of the reports that are produced that report on progress globally and locally. And then finally, in Block 4, we will have a look at some of the criticisms and the limitations of the SDG framework. So, to get you started, there's a word cloud exercise at the end of this video. Go to it and see if you can list as many of the SDGs as you were able to remember. Try and get the exact phrasing if you can. Good luck with that.